Good evening, guys and girls. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, where I've got a bit of a different type of flight video for you this evening. As you can see, we're flying EasyJet again in an A320NX. We'll be flying from Charles de Gaulle down to Gatwick this evening, but then from Gatwick, we're going to come back to Charles de Gaulle. So we're basically doing a two-stage flight. It's going to be good fun. I'm looking forward to it. Weather is really dull, both here at Charles de Gaulle and at Gatwick. Hopefully, it might clear up a bit later in the video. But we're going to see how things go from here. So we'll jump in the cockpit, get everything set up, and get ready to go. Alright then, guys and girls, welcome to the cockpit. Everything is more or less ready. I've set the IRS. We're just going to make sure the flight plan looks good, begin our boarding, and get some bags on board. So, in fact, we're going to start baggage loading about now. Fantastic. We'll get the bags in the way. We're going to use cruise, I believe I said 25,000 today, or 28,000. Let's have a quick check. 25,000 feet. Yeah, so a very low cruise. The flight time from Charles de Gaulle to Gatwick is only about 40 minutes or so. It's not very long at all. Also, flying at the fairly low altitude means for some pretty heavy crosswinds as we go over the channel, so that should be interesting. But I'm really looking forward to a challenge this evening. Now, obviously, in the last flight we did, the stream a couple of nights ago, we crashed on landing. I found out what it was. There was a weird autopilot bug with the previous version of NX, so I now upgraded this version. So we're now up to date. The bug seems to have, yep, it seems to be gone. And the stability mod seems to, not stability mod, the stability issue seems to have been fixed with the autopilot. So hopefully we will have no autopilot issues this evening. Right, 25,000 is set. Lights are all on. We can lock the cockpit door, because I always seem to forget to do that whenever I'm flying. Just quickly run through the flight plan, looking good. It's very short, as you can see. We'll turn the terrain radar on a minute to, not terrain radar, we'll turn the weather radar on a minute to get some local weather readings on the radar, just to see what we've got as we fly out Charles de Gaulle. I've got this horrible, like, big mic thing on the side of my stand now, which is, I keep hitting it. It's really annoying. Right, we'll begin boarding. And we'll welcome our passengers on board.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our EasyJet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first. Keep your small items under the seat in front. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free, and food items and clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we kindly ask you to keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining passengers. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no smoking zone. Thank you for observing this policy.
Right, lovely. Couple announcements have been made. Passengers are boarding. Baggage should be coming on board. Yep. Wait for bags to come. Come on, man. I haven't got all evening. Want to get on my way. Don't want to be delayed. Especially this time when we're on an actual on a schedule now. So, what is the current time where I am right now, if I have a clock somewhere? Not on the actual aircraft, but on my phone somewhere. There we go. So, current time is 16:53. We are due in about 17:15? Something around that time, I believe. So, yeah, we'll get on our way pretty sharply, and we got to head all the way down the other end of the airport in order to take off in the direction we're actually facing at the moment, taking off 26 right, and then making a sharp right turn round to towards the channel. There, very sharp right turn. Okay, lovely. APU is coming on, making sure everything is looking good. Fuel on board is enough. We've got plenty of fuel. Electrical systems on. Pressure and bleeds. APU will be available any second now. APU is available. APU start. Free of ground power. I still want to see a Microsoft Flight Simulator. I still want these to work. The wipers still don't do anything, and rain repellent isn't active, which is frustrating, to say the least. Right. We will say boarding is complete.
Cabin crew, boarding complete.
Okay, doors are being closed. We will disconnect the jetway. Thank you. I want some more marshals to be walking around. Make the airport feel more alive. There we go. Lovely. Baggage should be complete. Baggage is complete. I'm going to turn this off now. Beacon light on. This is a bit too bright. Actually, we can leave this on for the moment. Beacon light is on. Pushback has been called. Starter switch has been thrown. We will start our safety announcement.
We now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on the aircraft. A safety card in your seat pocket during the exit route, oxygen mask,
Park brake released.
and brake position which is busted off. You hear brake, brake. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind. In an emergency,
Pushback controls are up, starting engine 2.
Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If you land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tape around your waist. Put it together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for suction protection. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray tables must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt tied.
Starting engine 1.
A pleasant flight with EasyJet.
Not the most gracious of pushbacks, but it's done the job. No, we'll be lined up with the taxiway. Stop here. Park brake on. Make a ranch pushback. Engine 1 coming to life. We'll make sure that is armed. Flaps 1. Control system check. All the way to the left. All the way to the right. Way back. All the way forward. Left. All right. Oh. Yeah, I've got my heater on next to me, and it's a bit hard to hold onto my joystick for a long period of time. It's very hot. Right, lovely. That is all on. We will go to the fuel page. Fantastic. APU can come off. Cabin has been dinged. Taxi light on. Park brake released. So taxi instructions, we've got to take a right then a left, continue all the way down to the end, where we will turn right onto 26 right, and then we will take off. For those of you interested in VATSIM, I am looking into joining the VATSIM network very, very soon, so we should be able to get some pretty realistic flights going. Turn that down a bit, seeing how it's very bright. really, really weird flickering effect on that building in front of us. Alright, we're going to get lined up with the runway in a moment. We're just going to hold short first to make sure the lights are all on and do a final check. Holding point is just in front of us. Just hold here for a second. Landing lights on. Strobe lights on. Wing lights on. Crew prepare departure. Anti-ice on. As it's quite chilly this evening and it's a lot of rain. Everything else set accordingly. Floodlights can come off. On the left, clear on the right. Lovely stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get on our way to Gatwick. The new strobe lighting effect and the A320NX looks absolutely amazing. Absolutely love it. Ooh. Oh. Flight director is on, everything else is on. Good, good, good. Lining up, 26 right. Clear for takeoff. And take off. 50%. And toga. Board on the stick. .30 knots cross check. 100 knots stabilize. 120. V1. Rotate. Positive rate climb, gear up. Look at that, straight into the clouds. Plus levels to climb. Try and go on that flight path a bit. Coming through these very thick cloud layers. I'm not sure how realistic this blooming effect is on the top of the clouds. I mean, I guess they're pretty realistic, seeing as how clouds can be seen pretty well if you're in a city, especially at night because all the city lights lighted up and all the street lights. But I'm not sure what is above 10,000 feet is actually very accurate. Right, oh, standard pressure. Once we're in this turn, seatbelt signs can come off. It's a very short cruise as well for us. It's only about 10-20 minutes or so. So not very long at all. Alright. I'll talk to you guys then we're at the top of descent. Okay, guys and girls, welcome back. After a very, very short cruise, and after I've looked at the descent data for our approach, we actually have to start descending now-ish. We're going to make sure we're on the correct altitude. We need to head to 4,000 feet. Make sure we're also on the correct descending path. If I need to... No, I need to take control of that, please. Thank you. So yeah, we'll begin our descent about now. Weather in the UK is not looking any better than I thought it was going to be. If anything, it's looking a bit worse. That crosswind has been pounding us for a little while now as well, while we've been in cruise. It hasn't got too bad, thankfully, but you can see we're still shaking quite a bit from it. It's not too bad, though. I've definitely lived through worse. Right. That's our decel point there, so we do have to start slowing ourselves down. We'll take it down to about... a tiny bit. Sets 220 knots. 1,000 landing lights, come on. Now I'm going to be curious to see if, because I did this flight yesterday to make sure it would all work and I wouldn't repeat the Liverpool issue. But when I turned the localizer and then the approach mode on, the autopilot didn't follow it, which was a bit odd. So I'm going to make sure it does this time. If it doesn't, I have to go manual, which is not bad, but it's not preferable either. We're fighting to get under that speed limit. As I put the flaps down, speed will drop. Come on. Dip a tiny bit lower. Yes. There we go. Flaps one. $4,800. Stable. I don't think we're going to see this runway until the last minute. Okay, auto brakes are set. Speed brakes are armed. Flaps will be set accordingly. Lights are on. Glide slope is coming into view. 4,000 feet. Approaching. When we go around this corner, we'll switch the landing mode. Flaps 2. Oh, it's getting shaky. Very bouncy. A lot of wind. Localizer armed. Gosh, really can't see anything. Okay. Approach. Glide slope. Let's see if it locks this time. If I select this. Now turn that on. Have an altitude lock. That should hopefully work. And the terrain radar on. Now please, please capture the glide slope. Don't let it go past. It shouldn't, but sometimes it does. I think it's just going to go straight past it. Come on, glide slope. Oh, it's just letting it go. Please follow the glide slope. Please take the glide slope. It's not taking the glide slope. Why is it not taking the glide slope? Oh, you know what? My aircraft. It doesn't matter. I can fly it manually from here. Flaps 3. My aircraft. Whoa. Easy though. Very exciting. Flaps. Get down. Curious to see, this is why I bugged the aircraft last time, but if I now turn the autopilot on, will it lock onto the glide slope if I have pressed approach? I think it is. Oh no, it's not, it's diving. Weird issue. Very weird issue. 2,500. Turn this terrain radar on because it's finding me. Very hard to fly without visibility. Alright, we're locked onto the localizer. Visual of the runway. Oh, visual. Visual's gone again. Oh, visual restore. Oh, this wind is getting tricky to deal with. Oh, come on, where is that runway? We're a bit low as well. As you can see, the glide slope's pretty high. Oh, hold on, here comes the glide slope now.
1,000.
Get back on that centre line. Cable.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Go down, reverse is out. Reverse is green. Manual brake. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gatwick.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls, or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your EasyJet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter, or EasyJet app.
Splendid. That was an okay landing. A bit hard and a bit hot on the brakes, but yeah, not too bad. Okay. Obviously, we've got quite a quick turnaround here, so I think EasyJet's policy is you have 20-minute turnaround time. So what we're going to do is we'll get us into a gate, get these passengers unloaded, get the bags off, get the next set of bags on. We'll get the next flight plan in place, and we'll get on our way back to Charles de Gaulle. Righty, go find a gate over there. I believe we've already got one designated for us. These new massively shiny green lights, are these real? Yeah. Oh, of course, wasn't that a new thing where these things would now actually become lights and not reflectors? Can't remember now. I remember someone talking to me about that. Alright, we're parking right here on the thing, I believe. Yep. Got the little man with sticks. Fantastic. You have to sit a bit higher so I can be. Yeah. Tell me to stop. Yes, not. Stop it. That's clearly not working. Oh, I mean, I've stopped right on the thing. Alright. Well, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gatwick. Seatbelt signs are coming off. Flight complete. Fantastic. That's leg 1. Time for leg 2. We will switch to ground power. APU can come off. Taxi light. Beacon light can come off. Right, we'll get everything on the way then. Ground services. Gatwick ground. We will request jetway. Don't need power. Catering. Baggage. And fuel. Fantastic. At least it's stopped raining for a little bit while we're here. Okay, that looks nice. Right, brilliant. What I'm going to do now is fill up the aircraft again, set the new flight plan, and I'll get back to you guys in a few minutes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Just set up the new flight plan. Everything is looking decent. The weather is it's somewhat lifted, tiny bit, not much, but nonetheless we got to get on our way pretty sharpish. So we're going to make sure we get the next set of bags on board. Passengers can start boarding.
Cabin crew, prepare for boarding.
Lovely stuff. I want some boarding audio in this game. That's all I want. Right, while that happens, cargo door we load up. Flying at flight level 260 on our way back. So that's pretty high. Flight time on our way back to Charles de Gaulle should be about 45 minutes. Not too long. And hopefully when we get back the weather would have lifted a tiny bit. Because it's absolutely miserable. Like, come on. We'll start the APU. Button up here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. I will kindly ask you to take your seats as we are preparing for a prompt departure. Thank you.
APU is coming up. Lovely stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our EasyJet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheeled first. Keep your small items under the seat in front. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free, and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin back, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we kindly ask that you keep the aisles clear, enabling all remaining passengers. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no smoking zone. Thank you for observing this policy.
Fantastic. Boarding is complete. Please close the doors and arm them for departure.
Cabin crew, please close doors. Thank you.
Lovely stuff. APU is available. Turn the bleed on. Come off ground power. And we'll disconnect the jetway. Baggage should already be clear. Yep, baggage is clear. Say goodbye to you. We are clear. Push and start. Start. Okay. Right, push back. Beacon line.
We now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit route, oxygen mask, life jacket.
Stop switch. Engine 1 has been thrown. Park brake, please.
Here, brace, brake. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above. Pull the mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist.
Engine 1 is on. Engine 2 starts. Engine 1 start.
Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for the tracking attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelts fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with EasyJet.
Safety announcement is complete. Pushback complete. Start is initiated. Park brake on. Flaps 1 for takeoff. Speed brake armed. Flight director can come on. APU can come off. Thus switch neutral. Taxi light on. Light set accordingly. Overhead panel looks good. Fantastic. We are loaded and ready to head back to Charles de Gaulle. Park brake released. Add some power. Flight controls are responsive. Fantastic. Let's go to where is it? Landing lights on. Lights are set. Cabin dinged. Prepare for.
Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff.
Okay, clear for takeoff. 08 right. Y 1720. our centre line. Where we're lined up. Take off. Cross set. Upward stabilised. 120. On. Rotate. That's right, climb gear up. It is windy. Climb thrust. No. No manual control. Oh, this cloud camera's got much worse actually. Flaps retract. Autopilot. Whoa, crikey. That had a quite violent push then. That was weird. Turn the engine anti-ice on. It is bumpy. Lovely stuff. Well, then, just like earlier, I'll see you guys when we are at the top of descent. Right, guys and girls, we've just begun our descent then. The autopilot is starting to bring the throttle back and also starting to descend us at its obnoxious speed again. Let's make sure that does not happen. Let me be in control, please. Thank you. Right, once again, coming up to the last leg of the flight now, we will go ahead and switch the seatbelt signs on.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray tables must be stowed, armrests down, and window blinds open. You now need to be sitting with your seatbelt fastened ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer in service.
Plane's glitching a bit. I'll start bringing that speed back a bit. Anti-ice is on. Everything is looking decent. Back on the radar. Not far to go now. It's quite a long approach into Charles de Gaulle. I don't really know why. Gatwick's one is quite steep in compared to some airports, but yeah, Charles de Gaulle is quite a lengthy approach. Can't tell if you can see on the video, but the cloud coverage looks really nice at night. Looks very realistic with these little blooms of light from cities below. I've done the weather radar on though, it's a different story. It's not pretty at all. Look at that. That is nasty. Worst possible outcome here. Go around might have to happen if it's too unsafe to land. In terms of airports to divert to, it'll probably be where would it be? It'll probably be Amsterdam, knowing the closest airport and also where the weather is a little bit better. Or a bit of something down there. Running lights on. Wing light on. Flaps 1. I see ground. Gosh, cloud cover. Opening to see an ILS pretty soon. Would have thought to have seen one by now. Yep, there we go. Get a bit closer, we will localize it. Gosh, on my screen I can see these clouds flying by. It's quite crazy. Oh, hey, and we're coming through the clouds. Yeah. We will go flaps 2. Putting up a fair amount of ice, expected that. Seeing how, I mean, I've got all the anti-ice on, but doesn't seem to do too much. Whoa. About 20 nautical miles out. It's quite far, actually. That's a very long approach line. In fact, it's so far. No, I'm not going to retract. I had the thought to retract flaps 2, but then I thought by the time I've retracted them and I've made this left turn, I have to put them down again, so there isn't much point in doing that. Right, I'm going to turn the localizer on. Yeah, 3 signal. Fantastic. Lined up at the airport now. Approach mode. Lock is on. Descent set to glide slope. Hopefully it will work this time. I remembered to reset the altitude holding button. So let's hope it will A, line us up, and B, capture the glide slope. Luckily this time I've got a fair amount of distance to make sure that happens. Start bringing that speed back. Just trying to look over the front of the nose. I see street lights occasionally coming in and out. Altitude priority is changed. Good. Please capture the glide slope. Please capture the glide slope. Please. 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 Capture it! Yes! Bingo! Flaps 3. Speed set 160. We have a glide slope. And we still can't see anything. Right, maybe this localizer is going to come in a bit more. We are at flaps 3. Nothing left now but flaps 4 and landing gear. We are locked onto the localizer. Glide slope is good. $3,800 feet. Flaps full. Gosh, lag. As we're coming over Paris, I get quite a bit of lag. Get down. I had visual of the runway for a second. I can just see the rabbits here. $2,500. Visual on the runway. continuing. The wind has died down a bit, which is nice.
300.
Iceland brings us in awfully close.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Reverse is out. What is deployed? Reverse green. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Charles de Gaulle.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls, or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your EasyJet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter, or EasyJet app.
Flaps back in. That's an interesting bug there. Wait, what? Actually, where he just runs off in a random direction for some reason. Right, we're going to find ourselves a gate. And that'll be that. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, by the way. And if you want to see more of these back-to-back flights, let me know in the comments. And if you haven't checked out any of my other videos yet, go check those out. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please remember to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. It's been my pleasure flying you guys this evening. Really enjoyed it. Glad that the cloud cover had lifted a bit, considering when we left the cloud cover was very, very low. But as we came in, that was actually a really nice. It was also a really nice buttery landing. I still need to work on getting on the centre line a bit better though. We're always still a little bit off. Speaking of which, we're a tiny bit to the right now. Our gate is right down the other end though. God, frame rate at Charles de Gaulle is absolutely terrible. I mean, it's understandable. It's a big airport, and it's like the build quality is very, very good. But I just wish it had been optimized a little bit better. All right, we're back where we began. If I ever end up working for EasyJet, which I hope I do at some point, Charles de Gaulle is a pretty good airport to be based at, I think. Or so I've heard from other pilots. Oh, well. Oh gosh, lag. Atrocious. I can see one of the marshals again. I wonder if he's gonna actually guide us in properly this time. Fantastic. Right. We are here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Shells to Gull. Well, guys, that does it for this flight. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you enjoyed this type of video and if you enjoyed the more realistic approach I've taken to it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're not yet subscribed, remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.